So it's been probably over a year since I actually really released an episode on the podcast. And then towards the end of last week, I actually released Season 8, Episode 1. Now, there's been several reasons of why I haven't actually been releasing episodes. A major part of them was basically burnout from my job. And since January, I've actually started a new occupation. And I'm hoping that with this new job, being free on the evenings and weekends will actually make it easier and more consistent for me to be able to start thinking about podcasting again. I did release an episode last week, and it was basically why I thought people were wrong about the iPhone 16e, and that's got me thinking of how I want this podcast to go. Now, I'm not going to be able to do a daily podcast. It's just not feasible with family life, and even with my new current job, I know I'm not going to be able to do that. And I don't want to leave it so it's a monthly episode either. So I'm probably going to be aiming for a couple of times a week. So at the moment, I'm going to be aiming for 2 episodes a week first, and then we'll go from there and see how that actually does. So if you are a subscriber, then thank you for subscribing and staying subscribed. And if you do like this, then please, by all means, share this podcast out so I can actually get some more listeners, and then hopefully that will push me as well. The reason I do podcasting is basically for myself. I don't really have any friends or family in the local area that's interested in technology, and so this is just my creative outlet. And that also got me onto looking last week at some podcasters, clubs or anything like that nearby. Now, there is nothing that is immediately local to me. However, there is a Wales podcast club which I come across on Facebook, and they actually had an event on the last Thursday of every month, according to their site. And so I came along on the last Thursday. It was a virtual one, and it was on Zoom. And there I was able to have a chat with Alice Gray, the admin, and I was just discussing what I wanted to get out of obviously attending the podcasting club and things like that. And one of those things I did cover was that this is just a creative outlet for me. It's not something I'm looking to make money for, and it's not something that I'm looking to make a career out of. It's just something that I want to do as my hobby. And so it actually is something I've been thinking about for the last, I'd say, 3 months that I wanted to get back into, and then putting myself out there is trying to make myself a bit more accountable as well. And so discussing with Alice, and she was really good. She's obviously encouraged me to pick up the mic and start podcasting again. But she was also offered if she could help in any way, whether it be trying to find guests or anything like that, then she would try and help me as much as possible. And I appreciate that. Now, they do say they do also meetups in person every so often as well. So that's something that I'm probably going to be looking at doing, and I'm hoping by getting myself into these sort of things, that will push me then to continue this. Like I say, I do it for my outlet, and I don't know, it just feels weird if I don't do anything for a while, then I get that itch to just do it again and that urge. And so this is me trying to start it up again. And like I say, it's not going to be covering daily tech news. It's going to be tech news, but like I say, try and condense it. And the reason I do this as well is there are people out there who want to know what's happening in tech, but don't maybe understand everything. So I try to simplify it down. And that's what I do with my website as well. So if you're not on there as well, make sure you check out geekscorner.info. I'm doing some changes on there as well. So I'm trying to get that hosting all sorted. And that's also pushed me as well with this podcast. I was using Anchor, the free podcasting, for quite some time because obviously I don't make any money. I don't want to be paying out of pocket too much, especially for something that I haven't been able to keep consistent. And so I've actually switched over to Substack hosting at the moment. And that way then I can actually host for free with what I actually do for my blog as well. So make sure you guys subscribe if you are interested in these type of things, and hopefully you'll be a bit more consistent. So, like I say, this is something a little different. I've already put out one episode just because I want to cover the iPhone 16e on the day that you could actually order it. So ideally, this episode should have gone out first, but now it's going out as episode 2. So it's something a little bit different to what it would normally be. But hopefully going forward, we'll have some sort of idea of where I want to go with this one as well. So if you guys have any feedback, make sure you let me know. Thanks for listening, and I will catch you on the next episode.